In the whispering winds of the North Atlantic, where the sea meets the rugged coasts of a land called Vinland, tales of mighty warriors and their legendary feats echo through time. As the sagas unfurl, a pantheon of strength emerges. 10 warriors whose names are etched in the annals of history, feared and revered by all who dare to whisper their names. 1. Askeladd, the cunning chieftain. In the frost-bitten village of Thorshamn, the air was tense, and the earth held its breath. Askeladd, a man whose mind was as sharp as his blade, stood tall. A strategist with a lineage shrouded in mystery, his strength lay not only in his arm, but in his ability to outwit any foe. His legend began the day he outmaneuvered an entire army with a mere handful of men, turning the tides of battle like a god of war. 2. Thorfinn, the Avenger. Born of the noble Thors, Thorfinn grew under the shadow of his father's greatness. A child in years but a giant in anger, his strength was fueled by vengeance. His saga was one of transformation, from a vengeful youth to a warrior who sought to carve a path of peace with the very hands that had known only war. 3. Thorkel, the jovial giant. Laughter and battle cries were the music to which Thorkel danced, a warrior of immense size and joyous heart. His strength was legendary, his fists capable of crushing stone. In the heat of battle, he swung his axes with the force of a tempest, and even the bravest souls quailed at the sight of his towering form. 4. Bjorn the Berserker. Bjorn's fury was like a storm on the horizon, quiet until the moment it struck with devastating force. In his berserker rage, he became an unstoppable force, a whirlwind of death that spared none. His loyalty to Askeladd was as unwavering as his battle lust, making him a fearsome ally and a dreadful enemy. 5. Canute, the King Reborn. Once a prince of gentle demeanor, Canute's journey through the crucible of war and betrayal forged him into a king of iron will. His strength was not in his sword arm, but in his vision for a prosperous, unified realm. Under his rule, the land would know peace, but his path to the throne was paved with the harsh lessons of power and sacrifice. 6. Gudrid, the Shield Maiden. Amidst a world dominated by the strength of men, Gudrid stood unyielding, a woman whose courage outshone many of her male counterparts. Her skill with the shield and sword was matched only by her indomitable spirit, a beacon for all women who sought to defy the roles forced upon them by tradition. 7. Floki, the Scheming Warlord. In the courts and fields alike, Floki's presence was known. A master of political maneuvering and a formidable warrior, his strength lay in his ability to orchestrate the downfall of his enemies through plots as intricate as the finest woven tapestries. His power was a silent one, but when his plans came to fruition, the impact was thunderous. 8. Einar, the Resilient. Einar's strength was born of the soil, a former thrall who rose through the ranks by sheer determination and hard work. His muscles, honed by endless toil, were matched by a heart that knew the true meaning of resilience. In his quest for freedom, Einar proved that even the lowest born could rise to greatness. 9. Sigurd, the Proud Warrior. With a lineage as storied as the sagas themselves, Sigurd carried the weight of his ancestors' glory. His prowess in combat was a sight to behold, each swing of his sword a tribute to the warriors who came before him. His pride was his shield, his heritage his weapon, and his name a declaration of his unyielding strength. Leif, the Fearless Explorer. Leif's strength was not found in battle, but in the vast unknown seas he navigated with unquenchable curiosity. His voyages took him to the edges of the world, facing storms and monsters with the same calm resolve. His legacy was one of discovery, proving that the strongest of warriors are often those who conquer the unknown. As the saga of these 10 warriors unfolds, their tales of strength and valor become the bedrock of legend, inspiring generations to come. For in the land of Vinland, where the old gods watch and the sea whispers secrets, the strength of one's character is the true measure of their power.